Okay, it's May 1st, 2020, and I want to further expound on things I was saying yesterday, this continuing evolution of thoughts I'm having. This video is basically about a set of goals that I wrote down in my psychology paper as a written assignment. And then I was told it's a fantasy, what I'm having. Maybe it's an unrealistic fantasy. So I want to discuss that. I want to talk about the concept of a delusion, that if you detect someone saying something you think is a delusion, and then you discount that thought, that belief, and devalue it, I think you're making an error. Because I believe a delusion, I think, deserves even more of a respect and attention because of what it is. I actually wrote about it, talked about this in a previous video. You can think of a delusion, if you can think of thoughts as people, then a delusion may be maybe a physically challenged person, right? Except it would be some kind of a disability that would be recoverable. If you have a broken leg, maybe, and you're on a wheelchair because of a broken leg, then suddenly you could recover from that more readily than if maybe you had amputated, right? So so this is the thing. If someone has a delusion and you help them with that delusion, the task of the therapist would therefore be to help that person with a delusion and turn that belief, transform it, kind of adjust it in a way so that it's more healthy. It's expressed in a more healthy way, and it's no longer a delusion. And then another thought I had about this: if you're having a delusion and you're actually aware that it's a delusion, then it's no longer so, because a delusion is a belief. And if you know it's a delusion, then you no longer believe in it, because you know it's a delusion. Except I do have it does happen to me that I have beliefs that I know are delusions, but I still believe in them for some odd reason. So this is the thing, that something, the delusion and a fantasy, unrealistic fantasy. The thing about it, what makes it so precious, is it reveals just so much about the psyche that produces it. This is just so precious because of that. And this kind of people tell me it's an unrealistic fantasy that I have, that I've been having, and it's becoming rather intense. You can understand from it a number of things about me because I'm having that delusion. One thing, I'm hypersexual, okay? I'm hyperverbal. You know that because of all the videos I'm making all the time, talking to you on this channel. I'm hypersocial. I just can't help. We go to the park. You just can't help to gather people, have all of us talk together, chat together, and exchange all these ideas with each other. And then megalomania. It's certainly an indication of megalomania, and that's certainly I'm the last one to deny it. That's what I have. And actually I have been suggested I have I do have mania, except that the psychiatrist questioned me. He said, "Do you have depression?" And I do not have depression. I do have emotional pain that I described yesterday, but not depression. And there's a distinction, I think, So he said, then in that case, you have a rare condition, a rare form of mania, which is unipolar mania. That's what you got. Zeke Matavos in the unipolar mania. My client has autism, says, you unicorn maniac. Unipolar mania. So this is having described all these attributes that I have. I am going to describe to you now the fantasy that I have, that is a product of these features of mine. You see, so the fantasies that this YouTube channel that you're watching will go viral. Okay, it'll become so prominent. It will be so deserving of attention that it will be discussed on national television, on the national TV channels, and CNN, MSNBC, it'll be all over the place. Okay, and then that it will bring in a lot of income. And then I would use this income to buy a large property with lots of residential space, a campus, and the purpose of this would be, so I've been talking. I have this compulsion. I ask women to move in with me. It's just that I only have a house with 2 bedrooms. It's just limited space, so I want a huge space, as huge as possible. Invite all the women I like to move in with me. For a while, I was calling it the Zeke Sanctuary for Traumatized Women, because those were the kinds of women that I had, and I was helping them out with it. Like, I mean, a lot of it was, you know, I was sincerely helping people, you know, and then, you know, my sister says, Zeke, who you fooling? You're a fox in a hen house. And I mean, this thing, I'm telling it to you like it is. I'm being completely transparent and describing it to you. And this is the thing that, like I described about the guy in a wheelchair because of a broken leg that can be recoverable, that this is a broken leg feature of my fantasy. It does have motivation that is perhaps not the highest, but it can possibly transform. It can possibly transform and be a place that I sincerely and wholeheartedly just wants to help people that could use the help.